Hello, this is 180 degrees, 180 videos, daily 30-minute videos. You're probably wondering why I'm doing this in English. Well, I've noticed that I am third when you're looking for dungeons and lasers in YouTube. That's why I think it is a good idea to make a single video in English just to show a quick unboxing video of Dungeons and Lasers and just a short information of what it is and what a Dungeon Master level pledge get you. So Dungeons Laser is a Kickstarter project launched by a Polish company called Archon Studio, and they usually do deal with board games and accessories. But what they did here is they decided to create a system of interlocking dungeon tiles to create a dungeon system for Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop RPGs. Now, it was really way back. I kind of don't actually remember when I made this pledge. It was a year ago, I think. I made this pledge and I was watching how it went, and it actually went fantastic. They basically destroyed their stretch goals, and that's why I got some bonuses, which actually at times when I look at everything I've received makes me think that it actually makes me even more happy about this than the tiles themselves. Just a quick note: these videos that I make are actually not edited in any way. They're not scripted, nothing. That is why it might be confusing to see me stumble and make mistakes, but I don't edit them. It is the way that I do. It is a part of my experiment recording a daily vlog with minimum 13 minutes daily, and the goal is to do this for 180 days, hence the name 180 degrees. Anyway, when I open the package, the biggest thing that comes to mind is the core set. Of course, I chose Fantasy Core Set because I play Dungeons and Dragons. And what does this core set consist of? So these are the tiles that they are on spruce, just as any other miniatures. Let's say if you buy like a whole box of Games Workshop miniatures, you have them on spruce, and here you can see that the detail is really good. Now this plastic is really thick, and the quality of the plastic makes me think of Legos. So it is actually really tough, really hard, but flexible at the same time, which is a very good idea because you will be using these locking elements to connect to floor panels, or you'll be using these to connect to this hole for walls. So there will be a lot of plastic to plastic contact. So the quality of this is very important, and it is really heavy. The whole box, I carried it home. I commute with the train, so I had to carry this box home. The box is not very big, but I had to carry it, and I kind of felt the weight of it on my shoulders. So that is actually a good thing. Because that is the quality in my mind. So these are basically walls and door openings. Let me show you another type. This is the same. So the walls are pretty self-explanatory. They're the same. Yeah, so you have like a double You have 3 single walls and a double wall, and a wall with a door opening. So that is quite a few. You have like 2 spruces of the locking mechanisms, which is a good thing. And there you go. It's the floors. It's the floors. And if you turn it over, you can see exactly the places where these elements connect or with other tiles to create a whole dungeon. Let me see if there is like a third kind. So there's not. So that's basically your floor set. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 floor sets for this. In this box you have 2 sets of connectors, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts of wall elements. So that gives you quite a lot of room to create a dungeon. I mean, not like a whole lot, but it's basically enough to create just this box to create something more. But of course, since this is a Dungeon Master pledge, and there's been a lot of stretch goals, let me just show you what that got me when it comes to stretch goals. Well, let's keep it to the tiles. So this was actually, I kind of lied that this was the first thing that I've seen, but this is actually the first thing that was on top. So this is a door set. So you have 4 medieval fantasy doors and 4 science fiction doors. As you probably seen right there before, there is a tile for a wall with a doorway, but these are open doorways, and this is a tile with a closed doorway. As you can see, if you look at the medieval parts, there's the dwarven, I think, because of the dwarven runes. There's like a magical doorway here, a closed wooden doorway, and there's actually 2 of them, a left doorway and a right doorway. And of course you have the science fiction part for all you science fiction RPGs fans. So this is an extra, and there also are 3 identical parts, 3 identical boxes right here. And let me just open one of them because I have not looked inside yet. I kind of assumed that this is similar to what the big box got me. Let me just take a look. And it kind of is. It is a little bit more interesting, let's say. So this is a torture chamber, so that means that there is a lot of creepy stuff inside. So we have a wall element with torture devices and tools. We have, on the other side of the same element, we have a skeleton in shackles, shackled to the wall. We have a wooden floor here. I know this is the floor because on the other side of it, on the bottom, it has the connecting spaces. Yes, we have the bigger wall element with skeletons bound to the wall as well. We have on the other side 2 coffins and this creepy looking doorway that is built from bones. So this is like your standard wall. Let me look. This is the same. This is the same. So basically every box contains these 3 spaces to create a torture room, which is really great. So you can connect this with the other ones to create like a bigger space for this dungeon, which is also great. So it gives you additional, let's say, 6 2 by 2 squares when it comes to the space it can create, with of course a lot of spare connectors, which is a good thing because these types of things kind of tend to get lost along the way. So if you have extras, that is a very good idea by Archon Studio. So there's 2 more of these. They're basically the same. Let me take a look. Yeah, they're exactly the same. So there is a lot of space. So you get this much dungeon tiles, which is a great idea. Okay, let me switch to the amazing stretch goals and miniatures that have been added to this bonus pack, which is actually really great, and I was really happy to get these. So there is a whole pack of that says the druid was right, and it's the animal companions pack. Well, it actually is more than that, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has 10, I think 11 animals, so 11 different animals, and 3 mimics, 3 types of mimics, and a single goblin. So this is actually a lot of content to put in this box. It's the plastic is different, and what I have noticed is, and it's a really neat thing, so every character, every animal character on here has their own themed base. So you do not need to worry about, decorating your miniature bases. It's already, so it is basically ready to be painted. And these are, of course, animals with like backpacks and additional equipment. So I've already got an idea to create a one-shot with where the players would be playing these animals, and they would be getting out of a lab of some sort, which would actually be really, really fun. That's what I thought. So that's an idea for a future fun one shot to do. But of course, if you need animals of some sort, and of course, another thing, a mimic is always a good idea. There's 3 mimics. One is a standard, like a cliche chest, treasure chest. The other one is a safe. And the third one, which is really modern and it is a pretty clever idea, is actually a vending machine. So a vending machine that does not actually sell you food, but it wants to use you as food, which is kind of clever. Okay. Now the thing that really got me excited, because I tend to do to make some of this stuff myself. But once I've opened the box, I was really happy because of the quality of the things that I get. I of course am a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons, so everything that I do is medieval fantasy. So this stretch goals box. This one is actually scatter terrain, but it has both fantasy and science fiction themed things, which are really practical and they're really useful. And I am sure that I will be using all of these at one point to put on a table to just to show my players, to create this wow effect, which is a given because of how all of this looks. So of course this is not painted, but this is high detail and high quality, hard plastic. It is not like a 3D printed thing that might have quality trouble, or the texture might be different. This is actual high quality plastic. So let me just show you the medieval stuff real quick. So we have a treasure chest, which is really good. We have two sets of books. We have, which is really awesome, spiraling stairs in three parts, which is actually really great. So you can build all of these, on by levels, the way it is shown on the shown on the box. You can actually do that. Since we're talking about stairs, let me show you two spruces that have stairs on them. So you have your stone medieval themed stairs, and you have also this type of metal science fiction stairs that could be, I guess, found on a spaceship or some base of some sort. So this is really, really useful, and I love that. There's also lots of things that can be used on in a dungeon. There is this stone pillar, which is gorgeous and a really good thing to do. Even though making like a pillar out of XPS styrofoam is really easy. It's not a complicated project. It is a starter project, as many of the people who do crafting for D&D know. But here you have something that is really, durable. Once you put it together, it is stable. You have barrels that are really gorgeous, and they're really nice. You have some grates with spikes on them, which can be used for some sort of traps. There is like a magical sphere with a demonic claws around them. So there's like 4 shields that I guess they fit on the walls of the dungeon, I think. And this is also, I think, interchangeable with these gargoyle heads that are here, so you can choose whether you want. Oh, there's also torches. So these dungeon walls can have a shield, a gargoyle head, or a torch on them, which is really creative, really good. It's really fun to create a different looking dungeon. Makes it look really realistic. Of course, all of this is still not painted, and I can't wait to see how all of this looks when it gets some paint and gets a little bit of dry brush on them. It'll probably make everything pop out. So it is really, really, really pretty. There's some I like two little tables with magic scrolls on them. What else? The second one shows you this creepy looking tree with a skeleton in it, and there is a coffin with a skeleton inside. Another spiked trap with some gore and some blood on it. There is some altars, some demonic altars, some older gods, ruined altars or something. There is a candelabra, a candlestick holder. There is what is that called? I don't know what it's called in English. I know what it's called in Polish. It's called dyby. So there is this demonic looking kind of thing. There is a table with candles and a pentagram. So that is pretty metal. I am really happy with these. After you build a dungeon, it might look really really good, but it might look really not alive. So these little details, these stone stone monuments, stone figures, or something like this, will really make this playing area, come to life, which is a really good idea, and it was really fun that they've included this as a stretch goal. And I'm really happy that I've received this, and I wanted to do this in English because I've seen that there are not a lot of unboxings for this. I guess I'm one of the first people that got this because I'm Polish. So this company is actually from Poland. So I've got this parcel in actually 24 hours because I called the company and I wanted an address change, which I got, which was really great. So I got it the next day after I changed the address, which I'm really happy with. So I guess there's just a lot of work before me to paint all this, to assemble like a dungeon, and I will probably be doing a video on that as well. Also, you get for this I got two. I don't know why I got two, but one would suffice, a guide how to assemble the animal companions. There are a lot of elements, and I guess that is a very good idea to include that too, because you might get lost along the way. Because these are not like interchangeable miniatures like with Games Workshop, that you might actually choose what kind of weapon you want to choose for your figurine, so you have other options. So no, there is you have to assemble it's according to the manual that is attached. So that is pretty much it. If you're looking for something else about D&D or miniatures, I guess this will not be a channel for you, because I have not really planned to create any content in English. This channel is like an experiment for me. I upload daily vlogs on here, and as I've said before, this is like a challenge for me to upload a 13-minute video daily, and as well I upload some podcasts I record with my friend, but it's all in Polish. So either way, if you're looking for Dungeons and Lasers unboxing, I hope that was satisfying for you. I will probably be doing a second video after I unbox it all, after I assemble the animals and paint them, just to show you how the what does the finished product look like. So thank you very much, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you decide to either purchase this or look out for the next Archon Studio Kickstarter, because it was really worth it. And I really hope I will get to use these, as with the ongoing pandemic. Every session I DM nowadays is a remote one on Discord, which I learned how to do, and I've learned to enjoy it, but it's just not the same. It's like a decaf coffee or a non-alcoholic beer. It is the next best thing, but it's still not the thing that I love most. So thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.